Hey guys, Mike Everill here, your current Secretary of the Travis County Sheriff's Law Enforcement Association, FOP Lodge 912, back with another general meeting assembly update of our minutes. Just want to go ahead and apologize first of all for not getting a video out for May. It was a very short meeting we had, very short actual agenda and minutes that we had. Had a lot of personal stuff, work stuff going on, and just kind of fell by the wayside. If you missed out on that information, please reach out and we'll make sure to get you a copy of those minutes so you can stay up to date. I just want to also say this was a long agenda, so I'm going to go ahead and go through a little bit quicker than normal. But if you have any other questions, you can reach out to me. I'll make sure you get the information. And once these minutes are fully approved, we'll go ahead and get the paper copy out there for you guys to review. Our first agenda item we had was our President, Mike Morton. He wanted to touch on a meeting the majors had about appointments for lieutenants moving through the Law Enforcement Bureau. As far as lieutenants posting and moving around, that's now going to be done by through HR, and it's going to be conducted through either an administrative review or some kind of an actual full board process to make sure that those appointments are moving through to the various different offline posts that we have for lieutenants. Next up, we had a discussion about the CIT meeting that they had as far as the last posting. Some of you may be aware CIT had a posting out there for an open position they had, and it was listed for LE only. A lot of rumors kicked up about that being legitimately making CIT LE only. That's not true. It's not LE only now. It's still corrections, and it's still LE. Basic summary is, say they have 10 spots. One of those spots that was gone was an LE spot. They needed to fill it right away, so they posted it for LE. That's the way it went. It's still half and half. They just needed to fill that slot in quicker, and they decided to go that route. If you have any other questions about that, please reach out. We'll let you know what's going on. Another next agenda item that we had was touching on some discussion that was had at Commissioner's Court as far as a market salary survey for all county employees. That's not concerning us. It did concern the constable's office. The word POPs was said during this meeting. It was said out of context. It was not for us. If there's ever anything the commissioners say that involve you guys and us for raises, budgeting concerns, those kind of things, an announcement will be made from us or from the PAC letting you know what's going on and what the updates are. That was a rumor that came up from that. Please ignore that. That was for county employees. It was not for the sheriff's office. That being said, the Commissioner's Court are going to be having their budget calendar markup held on September 5th and 6th. So that's going to be about the time when we're going to have more official idea of what we may be getting from the commissioners. But as always, we're pushing for the highest raise we can get, the best benefits we can get, and we'll see what happens with that coming up here in September. Another addition to say on top of that is Commissioner's Court is now going to be kind of restricted. You may be aware, you may not, that the Texas government has now set a 3.5% tax gap. What that basically means is the amount of money that the counties are able to work with through taxes and that kind of thing is now going to be a little bit more limited than it has been in the past. So in the future, it may hurt us, it may help us. We're not really sure what's going to happen. As far as asking for raises, asking for benefits. This year, everything's the same as normal. The next couple of years, it's going to be new, it's going to be different. We'll see how it's going to go. We're going to evaluate from there. If you have any more questions about that, please reach out to us. It's a complicated situation because it does involve state-level government coming down to counties. We'll make sure you guys are up to date. Next agenda item was an endorsement and support for the Houston Police Officer Union, Joe Gamaldi, who is running for National Vice President of FOP. Joe's a great guy. He's a personal friend. Reached out to him a couple times. He's running for Vice President. The Texas State Lodge has already given him a full endorsement, and as a local lodge, we'll help him out how we can. But he's already received endorsement from the state level, and we wish him all the best coming up in New Orleans in August, and hope that he gets that spot secured, and then we have someone from Texas up on the national level for FOP. The next agenda item we had was President Mike Morton wanted to address changes in regards to on-duty and off-duty. The federal guidelines that have come down say that you're officially on duty when you are in your office. So if you're in your patrol car, your MDC's on, and you're in district, you're in your office. If you're a detective, you get into work, you sit down, you turn your computer on, you're in your office. If you're in your driveway, you turn your computer on, you live in Kyle, and you're going to go work in Adam District, you're not really in your office yet. You're in your car, you're on the way there. Once you're in district, computer's on, you're good to go. That's your duty time. So please make sure that you understand that difference that's coming down from the federal guidelines. It's not something that's really going to change. Same thing when you're leaving at the end of the day. When you're out of your office, that's your end time. So just want to make that known. If you have any more questions about that, please reach out to an LE representative, and they'll make sure to clarify any issues that there may be. Next agenda item is our East representative, Joseph Zahn. He wanted to touch on the badges and rings for retirements. There's been some issues getting our badges in on time. We order them through Miller's, which is now Gall's, and because of that switch, there's been a slowdown in that process. We're still fighting to get those things out on time, but it's just a little bit difficult right now with the change they're going through. Hopefully they can get all that cleaned up and we can get back on track, getting that stuff out faster to our retirees. Our next agenda item was at-large Representative Erica Peters. She wanted to address how we're giving money to graduating classes, whether that be COBRA classes, BPOCs, those kind of things. As of right now, we're just kind of cutting a check with a dollar amount per member that is graduating. She wanted to see if there's maybe another way, like reaching out to a local business to see if we can order cake and punch through them and have it delivered for the event rather than just cutting cold cash. There was a good discussion that was had off of that, and it was decided to table that agenda item until next month to see if we can find a better solution of ways that we can still support these graduating classes, but not necessarily just hand over a check for a certain amount of money. Our next agenda item was the Travis County Explorers Post 1099. They had a donation request for $500. Looks like they're going to be traveling up to Corpus Christi for the 6th annual John Sartine Memorial Competition. It's an LE competition for that age group. They wanted the $500 to cover for their hotel costs. We asked if any other organizations have been reached out to as far as asking for donations. They said they had reached out to other organizations, but at that time, no one else had offered to donate any money. So we went and dug in a little deeper. Turns out some more money would really help with travel costs, hotel costs, and extra funding they may need. A motion was made for $1,000 to cover everything for them because it's a great program. It gives out to the community, giving back to the youth, and we have a lot of employees here currently within Travis County who have actually gone through the Explorer program. So it's going both ways. It helps the community, it helps us out. So we went ahead and approved a $1,000 donation to cover that contest and make sure those kids have a good time. And we wish them the best of luck. Our West Representative, John Cullen, he wanted to have an open discussion about the vetting process for Police Week. As you guys may or may not know, we send officers every year up to Police Week in Washington, D.C. for the memorial service that they have. We wanted to see if maybe there's a better way or a different way that we can look into selecting candidates to go. We've gone ahead and tabled that again. We're going to look into really getting a better solution. There's nothing wrong with what we're doing now, but maybe there's another way that we can find like a broad spectrum of how we can get good candidates who have never been, or people who are retiring who have never been, or people with personal connections to someone who's passed away, that kind of thing. We're going to look into ways that we can maybe make some changes to getting people out there to DC for Police Week. We had a next agenda item was TCOL college credits. We had some members asking about how to go ahead and get TCOL credits from their college. If you have an accredited school that TCOL recognizes, they will easily accept your college hours. If it's a school that they do not recognize or an unaccredited school, you are going to have to go through some form of an appeal process. Specifically, there was one member that reached out. They've been talked to. If you guys have a similar situation where you have a degree or school from somewhere that's not recognized by TCOL, you will have to reach out to TCOL and go through an appeal process through their commissioners. It's still a new subject. If you need help with that, we'll help you out, but it is something that you will reach out and do on your own. We had a next agenda item was the sale of an enclosed trailer. Our new second vice president, Matt Henson, he let everybody know that there was a trailer from the TCSO Pit Pigs, which is an old barbecue team we used to have. There was an old member of that team that wanted to buy the old trailer, which has just been held in storage, and start using it for his own barbecue needs. So far, that member has already been keeping the trailer up to date, taking care of the tires, cleaning it, that kind of thing. A motion was made to donate this trailer to that old member of Pit Pigs, and that actually went ahead and passed unanimously. Our next agenda item was for MADD, M-A-D-D, the Austin Jingle Bell 5K run coming up. I believe it's actually some time away. President Mike Morton said that MADD is looking for donations and sponsorship for the Austin Jingle Bell 5K. $500 would get our logo at the event, a 10 by 10 foot space, and early registration. President Mike Morton, he went ahead and motioned for $500 for the sponsorship for MADD, the Jingle Bell 5K. The motion was amended for $500 for that sponsorship, and then to also sponsor 4 runners, because that $500 did not get us any entry. It only got us early entry. So we will be sponsoring the spot, the $500, and having 4 runners in that event, 2 law enforcement, 2 corrections. As far as how to get into that, we'll touch out closer to the time. I don't believe it's actually until winter, so we took care of that a little early. Next agenda item was Caleb Shoreline Church Golf Club Tournament entry. Corrections rep Jermaine Smith, he approached on behalf of 4 members that were looking to get sponsorship for a golf tournament on July 8th. It was a $500 sponsorship for the event. It goes towards a good, it was a good charity. We didn't get anything returned. There's no name on it. There's no sponsored hole. It was $500 just to send 4 people to play golf. As a board, we voted against that. Of course, we're here to look out for the community and give back to charities, but in this case, it really was just a $500 donation for 4 people to play golf. There was nothing in return. There wasn't anything we could see that truly benefited our members, so we did go ahead and vote that down. Our next agenda item was Officer Ramiro Martinez plaque for Precinct 4. President Mike Morton, he approached saying the Precinct 4 Constable's office, they have a building named after Officer Ramiro Martinez. He's actually the officer that stopped the sniper on the UT Tower back in the day. They were looking for a donation to have a plaque inside of that building in honor of Officer Martinez. A motion was made for a $500 donation to obtain that plaque, and that motion did pass. Our last agenda item that we had was the PAC chair. Ronnie Hawkins just wanted to let everybody know, as far as membership and board members, to please direct any questions as far as like asking questions to commissioners or to our elected officials, to himself, Alex Leo, any other members of the PAC, so that they can improve communication from the sheriff's office to those elected officials. You know, and if you ever have any questions as far as what they're doing, please reach PAC members directly and talk to them. Don't listen to rumors. That's not how we go. If you have questions, ask the right people and you'll get the right answers. Treasure report was up next. That'll be available for you guys when you see it. And that's all we had. Did want to touch on one last thing in our executive session that we did have before the meeting. A move was made on our board. We've got a lot of young people coming on the board, or younger people as far as the board's concerned, and a couple people that are fixing to retire. Our current second vice president, Joseph Zahn, he's done a lot of great work for us. He's a great guy. He's really pushed for us as far as the association's concerned. But we do have a younger member, Matt Henson, who was our current East representative. He's looking to improve himself, move up, and help out on the board, help the membership more. A move was discussed and it was approved. Matt Henson moved from East Rep to second vice president, and Joseph Zahn moved to our new East representative. If you have any questions on that, please let us know. But it's really just to get more experience to our younger members, since we are going to have some retirees leaving within the next couple years, to bring people up with experience on the board to make sure we're all on the right track and we're pushing for what you guys want, what you guys need. As far as the meeting, that's it. Like I said, apologize it was a longer video. It was a long meeting. But as always, whether you're inside the fence or you're out on the streets, please be smart and please stay safe.